There we go. Welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Tiaro, your host. I am joined by the Beanied one, Gerard Barbera.
Hello. Cheers, salutations, and all that. I'd like to present us and my fellow comrade, the Lion's Mane, the J-Dog. Was that a good intro? I really like that.
No.
How's it going?
It feels off. It feels off a little bit, honestly.
And no. Hold on. No, we're gonna let's do it.
No,
let's
for like
do
a
it
dramatic.
Right. No. And we are joined by our maitre d' services, the Lion's Mane.
Yeah, you forgot that, Jerry.
Jason
I did.
Polidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going today, tonight? It's another week. Welcome back, guys. Matt,
Yes,
Jerry, miss you guys, every week.
What's up, dude?
It's been a week.
Well, for all of you out there, welcome back to the couch. Got a little bit of some news going on today. I know we've been a little lacking on news, but it's okay. We've had some impressive people and some fun people on lately. So
Yeah. It's been a treat. Yeah.
Shout out to all out there.
Yeah. And, once again, for the last 2 weeks, thank you to Ninja Nem for 2 weeks ago. And last week to Samantha Kelly. So to those who missed that episode, head on over to our YouTube channel and you can catch that episode in its entirety with no commercials. No, actually, it's on YouTube. So they're going to have ads. So my apologies on that, folks. Anyway, so how you folks doing? We're missing the Theodorable one who's a bit under the weather.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Rest up, dude. Rest up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel
it sucks,
better, bro.
Sucks being sick.
Yeah.
But my week's been good so far. I actually took a day yesterday, so I actually went back to work today. So it was just like riding a bike, just getting yelled at. It's been awesome. But yeah.
Jason, how's Costco life?
The Costco life is not too bad. It's good. We're getting all the stuff for Halloween ready. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of seasonals starting to come in here and there.
Yeah, holiday sucks.
Yeah, the holiday time.
Yeah.
But other than that, same old, man. How about you, Matt? What's crack-a-lacking?
Yeah, how's your week been?
Forget work, and it's only Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh,
it's been that rough already.
Sir.
Yeah,
that kind of week already.
Yeah, it's that kind of week already. So, yeah. So it's one of those ones that if I could, I probably would have drank on the job.
Oh no! Ooh,
it's just
rough.
Yeah, it's just shenanigans and stuff, and but yeah, we got some news to talk about. We've had guest list 2 weeks, so there's been some major news over the last week though. So let's kind of get into it. First, I know Jason, you're kind of tired of it, but Jerry, have you actually watched She-Hulk?
Yeah, I have.
That's the only one I'm actually interested to watch.
I've watched episode 1. I haven't watched any others, but it is the second lowest viewed Marvel show.
Really?
Yeah. So just to get your impressions without any spoilers or anything, how are you enjoying it thus far? I've only done one episode. It was okay. It wasn't anything that was fantastic. But
honestly, I would say it's a bit slow. Each episode feels very, very quick. I think it's building up to one. It feels like it's going to be slow.
Very Marvel-esque.
No, because a good portion of the shows, like a lot of the episodes feel good, like they have a good flow, even though like maybe it'll cut and like what happens in the next episode. But this one feels slow to where it's going to build up to like we've been waiting for like the last episode, really. Like whatever
Like,
they're going to be
So
showing.
very Marvel-esque, where you have to watch 15 hours of something just to see, oh hey, this is going to be in the movies.
That's kind of a loaded question because yes and no.
It's not a loaded question. It's
It
true.
is, man. Because
It's
no,
true,
but
man.
it depends on the show. I feel, and because I do feel that you're right, but in a few ways. But like a couple of the shows, I think flowed very well.
It's true though. And this is why like I kind of had hopes just to watch it because She-Hulk.
I hate that because this is gonna start, man.
But it's one of those things where it's like it's cool seeing She-Hulk, Jenny from the Block, just hanging out, being the day in day out. There's no destructive, like, oh my god, like something is going to destroy the world or someone's trying to take over something or someone. It's just more a personal story. Yeah, it's a very humble,
that's what I mean. Like
story.
Like that's why I feel like people are going to feel like it's going to be slow. And the very last episode is going to be like the wow episode. Like it's gonna build up to like a bang, you know what I mean?
Marvel,
but
it's gonna marvel it up,
Oh my god,
I'm gonna verb it.
You're so annoying.
I'm gonna pinky up this one so I can, verb it up.
Okay.
But no,
anyway, that's what I feel like it's
that
doing
one just
right
because
now.
She-Hulk is actually a really grounded character. She's not one that's going to be like, I'm fighting villains every day. No, she's just doing her. Like,
yeah, like really, just for the most part, she's been a lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a very.
She's always been a
kind
of a reluctant superhero. But yeah, and I think that's why I have enjoyed don't get me wrong, like I feel like it is a good show. I've been enjoying them, but I can kind of see where the direction is going. Like, okay, the next episode is going to feel just as short and it's going to cut off somewhere until like the last episode. That's going to be like the big wow episode, their big finale.
So what phase is she going into? Phase 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
She's her timeline is supposed to be before Miss Marvel.
Mid 5, late 5, early 6.
I gotta,
like where we fit in this phase, because I know it's coming out right now in 2022. So I mean, like, I expect her to be a main character like forever for the next 4 years.
Not pre-blip. I can't remember the timeline.
It's after the blip.
It's after the blip. Yeah.
So for 4 years, she's gonna be. You gotta remember this.
The
season.
TV show Miss Marvel. I think
it's supposed to take place in 2023. Whereas if you compare it to like Thor: Love and Thunder, which takes place in 2025, 26.
So you're gonna have to remember her for 4 years, and then she's gonna come back and be like, "Yo, bro, like, remember me?" And then maybe, like three movies later, she's gonna make a cameo, and then 5 movies later, she's going to punch someone in the face.
You're so annoying.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame Marvel for putting up 15 different shows in between one movie. Like 2 movies.
You're so annoying.
Don't blame me,
care.
Bro.
I don't care. I'm still gonna watch all of it, and I don't care how slow.
So they're saying
or whatever. I love them all.
Looking at an interview that they did with Jessica Gao, the head writer and executive producer, it takes place not too far after the events of Shang-Chi. Officially.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go. Timeline.
And when the tip-off is the sling he wears during episode 1, that's the same sling he's wearing during the mid-credit scenes on.
Oh my god!
Right.
So if you guys missed that,
Infinity War.
Shout out.
Oh, correct.
If you guys missed that, somebody wearing a sling in the first episode of Somewhere, you're gonna have to remember them. You're gonna have to remember them.
You're
6
so
years
annoying.
from now. 6 years from now.
Yeah, keep doing it. I don't care.
Oh,
I can bob and weave. Go ahead. Keep throwing jabs. Keep throwing jabs.
Let me look up some obscure Marvel people, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, I will bet money this person's gonna make it in there."
So, can we talk about something that isn't obscure then, Jason, for you? that Top Gun Maverick, which is now available on streaming,
Yeah.
and still in theaters, mind you, still making a
really?
lot of money in the theaters.
Is it really? It's
Oh wow,
it made,
nice.
It made $4.75 million over the weekend of the 14th. That's the last time numbers are really updated. And as of that, it's made $1.42 billion worldwide. It has passed Titanic as the 7th
Has it really?
most highest grossing film in
My
US
goodness.
theaters.
Wow.
Think about that.
Wow.
And it's showing.
Gnarly.
I
Oh
don't
man.
think it lets up.
I am absolutely so interested to know James Cameron's thoughts, because I am so sure that man is petty, and
he is.
got to
And he's
be
probably going to
so
be like, hey, for 1 week,
pissed.
for 1 week only, we're going to put
Tom
Titanic back in
Cruise
theaters.
beat him. Like, oh man, that's
But
wow,
let's
good
look
for
at it though.
him.
We know that Avatar 2 is on the horizon from James Cameron, and we know that's going to make a grip ton of money. The question is though,
sequel.
is it going to make more than? Is it going to make more than Top Gun?
How? Oof, I don't know. It really, for how long it's taken, it better.
I mean, can I say
it
that
better do something?
2 of my trips to movie theaters are included in that 1.42 billion.
Okay, you make up for me. You make up for me. It's okay.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's
It was good. I own it. Like
I
and
own
still,
it. And I've
like,
watched
yeah,
it
I don't.
multiple times already. Anyways, but yeah, I just can't get over that. It's just
Wow.
like,
Well,
and the
good
more
for
I
Tom
watch that
Cruise.
movie, the
That's
more
insane.
I absolutely appreciate it. And the more I see interviews with some of the instructors, the actual Top Gun instructors that helped make that movie, the more I see interviews with them, the more I appreciate it too, because they put an absolute ton of work into this movie. So,
Oh yeah, and then just the insane background work that Tom Cruise did. Like,
yeah,
insane.
one of the trainers was saying that the actors went through in roughly 6 to 8 weeks what actual F-18 pilots go through in years to get at least
Oh yeah, that's
comfortable
insane.
sitting in
Just
the jet.
nonstop.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they sent them to the dunk tank essentially, so they knew how to get out and swim if they were, had a overwater crash and stuff. So it's like, man,
just the breathing techniques to withstand the G's of like when they're ascending. Oh, dude, it's insane. Yeah, they had to do a lot.
Yep.
So kudos to them. That's why. That's awesome.
So Jerry, I know you like you really like your physical games. You really like them a little bit more than Jason does.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. But Embracer Group has entered into an agreement to acquire limited run games.
Oh, sweet. Well, is that good? Is that good? Yeah, I think so.
It's
it's
late. That's what I think.
It will make them a little bit more broad and bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good.
But it's
because man, dude, I do love their stuff. But yeah, I feel the same way. It's a bit late. Like they've been a little too indie for too long. Someone should have picked them up.
Not as much indie, but I mean, it's just the fact that like I said before, a long time ago, we are moving into that digital download, that digital release,
and physical's starting to become a little bit more.
It's a
on
lot
the collector
side.
Side.
Well, it's collector, but
headed
also
that
harder
way.
to find.
Yeah,
like for me personally, I was trying to find Guilty Gear Strive after talking with Nam and stuff like that, and just finding a physical copy is not it's not like impossible, but it's a little bit more challenging than it would if I just straight up downloaded it. So
well, let's look at this from a bigger perspective now, though. You've got limited run. They are now also, the announcement this past week too is that they're entering into an agreement to acquire the IP rights for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Oh wow.
they just finished off their acquisition of Crystal Dynamics and Eidos from when Square Enix spun them off.
Oh wow! So they're making moves to be quite the big
let's
company.
look at the 11 some of the other companies that they own too. In that,
Damn.
it's THQ Nordic, which is what they started out originally.
Oh, Darksiders.
Saber Interactive, Deca Games, Gearbox, Dark Horse, as in the company, Asmodee. You know, so you've got a bunch of those studios already under. Now they're going after this.
Damn, I can't even imagine how much their bid is for the Lord of the Rings IP. I mean, if they got that, that would be epic.
Oh no, it's
mean
already a done deal, pretty much.
Oh, so they already acquired it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I mean,
we might get some more games for Lord of the Rings games, dudes.
The ink's got to dry, but
ooh,
they also
remake those PS2 games, please.
They also,
oh god,
no, just you can MMO it now.
Really?
There's
you have the potential. There's potential there.
Yeah,
maybe.
And then you also do have the fact that they also acquired Tripwire, which made the game Killing Floor and Maneater. So they are.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're really getting a little broad. Like they're looking to make some, to get maybe
so
to become
basically
a player. Yeah,
they are acquiring Middle Earth Enterprises, which has the IP rights. So it's going to hold the video games, the film, board games, merchandising, theme park stuff, and stage production rights to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Wow.
So yeah, that'll be rather interesting. So
dude, yeah, that's a big one. That's a big deal.
Yeah. So
wow.
In other news, let's talk a little Nintendo before we get into PlayStation. Nintendo has an investigation going on them right now. Forgot to top of the hour.
What?
They have a sexual harassment investigation going on. And it more specifically revolves around their contractors and their red badges, which red badges are regulars to them and contractors are contractors. Contractors have to eat in another building. You know, they have less rights than the full employees and stuff. And apparently some of the red badgers were engaging in inappropriate activities. So that investigation is going on right now. So we'll see what happens out of that.
Whoa.
Yep. And if it is happening, it needs to be snuffed out. It's not the first time that something has been involved with Nintendo that their red badges are given more preferential treatment than the contractors, which we all know contractors make up a huge chunk of their QA. You know, so it's come on, Nintendo. And then Nintendo also had the Splatoon 3 Splatfest this past Saturday. It was a one-day thing where you got to play Splatoon 3 online. I did play it for a little bit.
Well, what'd you think?
I've never played Splatoon at all. I had to DM 9 and say, hey, what's a decent weapon for a starter, because everything I try I'm failing. It's okay. You know, I play just turf war, which is basically you just try and paint the floor your color and whoever has the most wins.
The most in the most painted area.
Yeah, most painted area.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And you can definitely tell the people that are used to playing that game because they absolutely own me. Like
it's a different kind of FPS, man.
Yeah. It takes
some
getting used.
It's not even FPS, it's third party.
Yeah,
it's
third person.
It's different. They didn't allow you to level up, so I don't know how that helps things, right? The way you level up and whatnot. But yeah, it was okay. I mean, I can definitely see why fans of it love it. For me going into it, I really don't know if I'll buy it or not. Probably, not in the beginning. I don't think it's going to be a launch title for me by any means.
Me either.
But
but I'm definitely
But-
interested to play it. Like it does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would like to, play it a little bit more and actually, maybe do the campaign and get used to the controls
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Oh, there's a I thought it was
Um,
like just
No, so Splatoon 3 will
competitive
have
only.
a campaign. Yeah, it'll have a single player component to it.
Oh,
So you
sweet.
have a little bit of campaign. Kind of like, I would say the best thing to describe it would be like Call of Duty, right? You have the multiplayer component and then you do
Okay.
have a campaign. So it'll have a little bit of a single player campaign that'll be nice to try it out and see what happens with it. And then last thing before we talk about PlayStation is that there's rumors, and it's kind of being partially fueled by Jeff Grubb, that people are attributing to him, saying that there's going to be a full-size Nintendo Direct this coming month in September. And some people are theorizing it could very well be Legend of Zelda related. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Maybe it is getting closer. It is holiday season, the start of holiday season.
Q1 ish,
Bro.
end of Q1, beginning of Q2 is when it's slated to come out.
Well, yeah. So there might be some gameplay or some
can I put this out there, Nintendo? Yes, we know Breath of the Wild 2 is coming. Can you just give us Wind Waker and Ocarina and Twilight Princess?
No, man. Let them focus. Let them focus.
Let them focus, dude.
Focus.
Then after the game comes out, then Wind Waker.
We've had these in the Nintendo shop. We've had these in old school. They can be remade later.
Or if you mean
they
like
can be remade
online,
later.
like on the to
Switch
play
store.
on the
Just drop it.
store?
I mean, I don't
drop
like.
it. Oh yeah,
like Wind Waker.
I totally want
to.
I miss Wind
remaster.
Waker.
Take the one that you put out on the Wii U and just drop it into the online store for the Switch.
Oh yeah,
let them focus, man. Let them focus.
But yeah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Twilight looked amazing back on the GameCube and everything. I don't think you need to quote unquote remaster it. Just put it out there. Just put it out there. That's it. That's all we've been asking for. Just give us these games.
Breath of the Wild 2, baby.
Yeah.
I
let them focus.
I
Let them get that out, bro.
I can only imagine the collector's edition that'll come out. I can't wait.
For Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, I totally will.
The first one was
already
the Master Sword.
I missed out on that one. I was only able to get the deluxe. So yeah, that only came with the map.
Super fast though.
Yeah, wow. That was tough.
Yeah. So let's talk about our other favorite gaming company, and that is PlayStation. And this is going to take up a little bit of our time tonight because there's some major things.
Sorry, Xbox people, just
honestly,
when you figure out if you're going to keep Game Pass or not keep Game Pass, then we'll bring you up on.
That's a can of worms. There
is one piece of news from Xbox, but we'll talk about that here shortly because it ties into what we're going to talk about with PlayStation. So there's one piece of Nintendo news as well. But first and foremost, modders are back up and at it again to the point where modding websites have had to take down mods that have been removing the LGBTQ references in Spider-Man. So that's the pride flag, all of that stuff.
That's so ridiculous.
Shame.
Dude. Yeah.
Shame.
Jason, you said it. You said it best, Jason. We're still at this.
Yeah, we're still at this, man.
Yeah.
Are we literally going to have games that are 5 stars, 9 out of 10s? Are we literally going to just demote them just because we have
some
representation?
Yeah,
that's just
it.
Representation for LGBTQ plus. I can't. It's just dumb now. We our society needs to grow up a little bit and just honestly, let people be. It happens everywhere. Granted, obviously, I'm in California where it is this bluest, if not the second bluest state.
Oh no, you are the bluest.
Yeah, us in New York, we'll fight it out. But the West Coast bluest state, it's nothing unnatural now. It's seriously just love who you love. It's you're gonna be with somebody. You're gonna be with somebody. Regardless gender affiliation, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncanny, and I just don't get why we're shunning amazing games because of this.
But I think it just to the fact that somebody felt it taken upon themselves that they created a mod to remove all the references, and then there was people that went and downloaded it and used it. Like that speaks volumes, because it's like, so what are you going to do about the
They're
movie?
like, it's pretty blatant,
you know, and it's blatant when you're going in and removing pride flags. You know, I mean, that's the thing is about when you look at Spider-Man, even Morales had some of these references, right? Is that's actually stuff that's on the side of buildings in New York City.
Yeah.
Is pride flags and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I think we as a society it needs to stop. Like, if you don't like that, then just don't play the game.
Not even that. It's just like, dude, like you can imagine things from outer space that literally nobody has any idea.
No, I
And
mean
then boom.
that's why I also want to say it's pretty blatant, because I mean, come on,
Yeah.
like honestly, playing the game, when did you really notice passing by when you're swinging around the city, zipping by? Like, I think I've noticed it maybe a couple times, but like it's a huge big map.
Well, there is the
It
one
doesn't
scene,
matter.
There's the one scene in Spider-Man where you get the yellow suit, the electric suit.
Oh yeah,
And it's like right behind you. It's like that's that whole point of it. But it's like, come on.
and also one moment in the game, like really,
Who cares?
yeah.
Like, we need to have representation in our games. Like,
We do.
Yeah,
we do. And that
And-
isn't
and,
just
like,
that isn't
honestly,
just
like,
LGBT.
why?
It isn't just LGBTQ. It is across the board. We need to have adequate representation, which I think I loved. That was one thing I loved about Miles Morales. And when we talked to Mary about it, right, is that, you know, they included a deaf girl in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and
they
had
were
ASL
dealing with like the translator and like, oh, like, why would you do it that way? Yes, it's how you sign it, like literally, but you wouldn't sign it like that. You know, like they would constantly go in, and we're adding more and more like disability options, where like, you know, colorblind people or people that have like sensitive hearing or like visual, like everything is being way more like geared towards disabled people. I mean, it should be equally geared towards
everybody needs to be able to see themselves in a game at some point.
Yeah, of course.
You know, no matter what nationality,
also,
whatever it is, you should be able to see yourself.
Also, kudos to the creators of Last of Us. They just announced in one of the latest trailers. They created a whole list of accessibility options for the game.
Phil Spencer was one of the first to congratulate them on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was like, you know, it's studios like this that are constantly pushing accessibility, and I think it's a fantastic thing. I just wish Sony would get on board with a controller similar to what Xbox has that would allow people with some disabilities to still enjoy the PlayStation.
Just announced the Pro controller. Okay, looks great, all that. Okay, but now you have room to, you know, work on an accessible controller. Like,
and Microsoft has already said they'd share their tech.
Yeah,
you know, share the tech design and stuff to make
it's a coveted controller. So. Like, it's like a lot of people are still using it, so that's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then so on the Sony front, they also did acquire a new studio as well called Savage Studios, which is working on a AAA mobile game. I looked and I couldn't find them working on any game prior. It's a new studio that has a bunch of some veterans from the industry working in it. But it's going to be part of PlayStation's new standalone PlayStation mobile division. So, you know, they're going to be tasked with just making mobile games, which is fine and dandy, but just give us a Vita too.
No.
That, you know,
everybody's got a mobile device nowadays.
I don't know, man.
Like you can get way more people with just your mobile device.
Yeah.
Like
But-
if the Vita came out, it would really have to be something like, and it would also most likely have to be some sort of like second controller experience, like for the PS5.
That or like a Switch-esque kind of
Yeah,
console
I'm thinking
controller.
like the big Wii U controller, but like more useful.
Yeah.
Not to
Um,
not to bag on that, but like that was a cool controller, but it was useless.
I mean, like Nintendo learned.
They did.
They
They
turned into
absolutely
Switch.
did.
They turned into a Switch.
They literally like sliced it, and they
Yep.
like, hey, yeah,
So it's always there's always hope. There's always hope, man.
yeah. That was like that seemed like the prototype, really.
Mhm.
Pretty
I think it was.
one other, forgot about this, Jerry. Forgot to talk to you about this before too. Coder is delayed indefinitely.
Coder.
Nice of the Old Republic
Kyoto.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
is indefinitely delayed because an early demo of the build was not up to standards.
Oh really?
Aspire has fired two of the directors, and I don't know how much control they're going to have, but Saber Interactive, who was responsible for some of the ports of The Witcher, is now being brought in to help with it. It is that
that's
in
good
that
news.
much hurt.
That's good
though.
news, but that's really bad. Yeah, dude, I say 3 years now.
Well,
I say 3 years now.
Given that they already had a demo build and they were probably already targeting 25, probably 24, 25, I'm guessing we're probably not
Then
going to see
add
until
2
26.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
26,
I would say add 2
27.
years. Yeah.
At that point, you might as well put it on a PS6. But
I mean, that's what Final Fantasy did.
Ugh.
well,
Ew. Yeah, but that.
You know, how many times did Final Fantasy go through? You know, I love my boys. You know, I love my boys.
No,
over there.
but I mean, obviously,
You know,
that brings up
can-
just. I'm sorry.
No, I love
triggers
my
me.
voice.
It triggers
Hold on.
me.
I'm gonna throw some shade. I'm gonna throw some shade on PlayStation and say that's if there is a PlayStation 6.
You know what, dude? I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. It was like
The reason I say
like,
that is because
if there is one, really.
that is because of the big story that has Jim Ryan in a little bit of hot water by the gaming community. And that is this headline of the article he put out on the 25th on the PlayStation blog. PS5 price to increase in select markets due to global economic environment, including high inflation rates. The only place it's not going up is the US.
Jesus.
And that is, from what a lot of people have said, is because the US dollar is so strong still against other currency, but also because the US is pretty much the major console market for the entire world. So
is it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Dude, they're
Honestly,
pulling rookie Microsoft moves right now. It's rough. This is rough.
It's PS3 moves. Think about it. Think about
how
high they launched
PS3
the PS3
move.
price
right,
at.
Right. That was a
so
yeah.
But this is the first time we're
$600.
seeing a price. This is the first time we're seeing a price increase during a console life cycle. You usually see year 2, you see some sort of a downtick, but in this case, you're going up. And according to PlayStation, Jim Ryan, who had one of their most lucrative years on record from a profit perspective, has said they're seeing high inflation rates, currency trends, so they've made the quote unquote difficult price to increase. So let's look at what the prices are going. These are going up like $50 or more.
It's $50, but
roughly,
approximately, roughly. Yeah, you're right.
Depending on
Roughly.
or more, depending on the location, right? And where they're at.
Damn,
right? But
dude.
You've got it's going up $50 for each version in Europe. UK's going up more. Japan's going up. China, Australia, Mexico, Canada.
You're upsetting your biggest markets
So,
too.
Now let's
That's
give
gonna
me-
be rough, man.
And this is how out of touch
Japan and China, like, dude.
this is how out of touch I think Jim Ryan really is.
Yeah.
And as much as we love PlayStation, I will say this, we have always been fair and balanced. We will always call out BS when we see
this
it,
is rough.
regardless of the company, Nintendo, PlayStation, even Xbox, and we will applaud Xbox on things. But he says, while the price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on SIE's business, our top priority continues to be improving the PS5 supply situation so as many players as possible can experience everything that PS5 can offer, or that offers, and what's still to come.
So you increase the
All right.
prices.
So
yeah.
So let me get this straight. We can't find it. So you're going to increase the price on it, which means that people aren't going to be able to afford to buy it because they're going to be more worried about food, shelter, things that you need to live versus a luxury item.
Yep.
And what's worse is Microsoft and Nintendo have both said they are not raising their prices. So,
dude,
you're
how did
I
you
think
not learn from PS3?
My only like thing about this now is that the botters and the resellers are ecstatic. Because now whatever they bought it for, let's say 600, let's say 600, they're gonna be able to resell it easily for whatever
$1,000.
the list price.
It's gonna be $1,000. I guarantee you.
But I mean,
you're gonna see minimum.
I see where
Even if
Jason's
they
going.
sell it-
Jason's going. If he bought it at list,
you know
can
how like
sell it
there's-
at new list.
Yeah, there's like one person like way at the start of the beginning had like 45 or 50 PlayStation 5s. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to these. Whatever that person bought it for, easily can just sell it for a list price now and not lose any money and still gain money
In every market,
but they
the
won't.
US.
That's
Now,
what I'm saying, man. They won't.
Here's the problem is they didn't raise it in the US. I would understand a little bit more if you raise it across the bar. Like across everything, it's all going up some nominal amount, which is still BS, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be raising your price anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
And you went with some pricey tech like the PS3 did. In the beginning, they used the emotion chip, which added $100 onto that console price.
They were the first to use Blu-ray.
And once they removed the emotion chip, they were able to drop the price because they determined that we don't need backwards compatibility of PS1 and PS2 in the PS3. And I just think it's crap that during these times, right, when people are really trying to figure out, hey, do I buy this amount of food or to buy this amount of food? Because honestly, the prices are still going up regardless of, what, at least here in the States, what, Congress is passing to try and get stuff down. I mean, I've seen some things come down in price, but other things are still up there in price.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, food is going to come before PS5. That's just the nature of the beast right now.
Unless you can eat that PS5, man, then I don't know, like
outside of Astros, which is already included as a pack in with it, and Ratchet and Clank, those are the only, when you look at really the only two true AAA titles out right now. That you have to have a PS5.
I remember we
Otherwise,
discussed that, and that's trippy because that's true. Because everything else came from PS4.
Horizon's PS4 available. Spider-Man PS4 available. Miles Morales PS4 available. God of War Ragnarok's gonna be PS4 available. Death Stranding PS4 available. And it'll be the show. Like all their major franchises all have PS4 versions right now. So you don't need a PS5 right now, unless you absolutely have to play Ratchet and Clank
or Final Fantasy integrate.
Yeah. You can still kind of sleep on the PS5.
Yeah.
Save yourself a little bit of money and just continue playing the games that are coming out.
Correct.
I just I don't get it. This was a very questionable move.
At a moment when Xbox really they don't have any real exclusive AAA titles right now. Those titles are in the pipeline, a little ways off. Even Halo
And that
wasn't
pipeline
great.
is
Halo
still
had
looking
problems.
like a year away without
Exactly.
It's coming close though, guys. It's closer than you
It's going to get
expect.
here faster than we think, right?
Yeah, it
And
is. It is just a hop, skip, and away 2 months.
Xbox is doing so good with Game Pass right now, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to
Yeah.
even go negative press? Like, Jerry, you and I were talking, right, when we were initially talking about this, is that Microsoft could just come out and say, you know what? For the same price as you can get a PS5,
Oh, really? Yeah.
go ahead and get an Xbox with Game Pass. Heck, Xbox with All Access right now for 2 years, and the Xbox is still going to end up being
And you
either
can probably still
right
buy a
there at the same
controller.
price, or when you add up the monthly fees and everything, it's going to be at the same price as a PS5 in other markets.
Yeah.
So
there are too many options to where I just don't get it. That's a rough. Yeah, that's a questionable move. It really is.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, bold move, Cotton.
See how it turns out.
Yeah. That was a good one, Jason.
I have a feeling that they may have to pull back on this.
Do you like so this is the question I have for you guys. Do you think in time they're, like you said, Matt, they're going to pull back, but do you think they're actually going to like readjust the situation by changing things?
No.
Not so much a price, but maybe compromising on something. Do you think they're going to have a compromise in the future?
No. If anything, it's just going to be like more of those game bundles that we had when it was PS4. Like you get the PS4 and a game. That's the only difference that it's going to be. Or like you get a different decal.
Yeah, because that's just dressing.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point now,
it's already this
hard
much.
It's hard to renege a price increase with a price decrease.
It is going to have to take Jim Ryan coming out again for the second time in a year saying, I screwed up and made the wrong decision. Because remember, he tried to make that same thing with the PlayStation Store.
See, that's what I mean. Like something like that,
on that is super quick.
Do you think something like that may happen?
I think here's my thing is like, I think decisions like this for anybody that is not a ultra fanboy that basically PlayStation can come out with a shoebox and say this is going to play HD games and they're going to buy it, right? That segment, right?
Yeah.
For anybody else that is looking at this maybe as a first time getting into PlayStation, right? You've got Last of Us Remake Part 1, which will be PS5 exclusive. It's not going to have a PS4 version, but they may look at this and consider
play it on PS4 too.
Yeah. No, Last of Us Remake, the new one that's coming out on the 9th. That is not on the PS4.
True. It's supposed to be reimagined. PS5 only. Yeah.
Yes. But you could just go play Last of Us Remastered.
That's what I mean. You can still play that on PS4.
I think this makes people pausing and take consideration. It's like,
absolutely.
If I'm in Canada or Australia where the currency, the exchange rate to the US dollar is not high, right? I think it makes people really think. It's like Xbox at $299. I'm just let's just use US prices because I don't know what the exchange rates are, right? So if I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, and we did get a price increase of $50. So let's just make it hypothetical. We're like the other countries in the world, it went up $50. So we're looking $450 and $550, right? For all digital and disc. I'm sitting there looking at Microsoft, who at $299, you have the Xbox Series S, which is a fully capable machine in its own right. It's not as capable as the Series X, right?
Yeah.
With Game Pass, right? So for $299, if I'm doing all access with Game Pass, I'm saving $150, which for a lot of people, that's a week or two worth of groceries. For my family, that'd be almost a week's full, that's a little under a week's worth of groceries, right? Yeah. But I look at that, right? And I'm like, and to me, because I haven't been in the Sony ecosystem, I don't know what Uncharted or Horizon or any of those games are like, right? So I'm just brand new coming into a console. Xbox is, from a price perspective, is very attractive.
Oh, absolutely.
That, you know,
I mean, that would seriously be a competitor for me if I was
look
like
at
$399,
or I look at
and
the
I
price
can do
of
this.
Switch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, or even just the Switch.
Or I look at the Nintendo Switch, right?
You look at the Nintendo. Yeah.
Right. I'm looking at Nintendo for a year of, you know, online with the expansion pack, right?
And most likely a couple games too.
You can still, for the same price as a a PlayStation 5 at $450 for an all digital.
Yeah.
You know, I could get myself a Switch. I could get the expansion pass or the Switch Online with expansion pass, which is like what, $80 for a year, something like that. It's like $50-$80 depending on family pass or whatnot. I can get all that and look at all the games that it comes with, all the old school, like especially the Super Nintendo stuff,
retro.
You know, even the Genesis with Shining Force that Jason and I crack out on every once in a while. You know, also with expansion pass, you get DLC for Mario Kart and Animal Crossing and Splatoon and other things with it, right? Then you could go buy yourself 2 other games for an extra $120. So for that 200,
or you can just get a game like Mario Party, and then get 2 more Joy-Cons, and you have a 4-person.
Like you guys said, a lot of options. There brings a lot of options. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a very bad move 2 years into the life cycle on this this cycle. And I think
questionable. What's going on?
If Nintendo wasn't selling enough consoles right now as it is, I mean, they're still the number one selling console still.
Yeah.
And they show no signs of letting up. I can walk into the Target that is right here where I live, and they have plenty of Switches in stock, readily available, both Animal Crossing standard and the blue and red OLED. Yeah. Or rather, and the white OLED. Sorry, it's not the blue and red, but the white OLED.
But I mean, you still have the option.
They have them readily available.
Yeah.
That I could go walk in and pick up one now. I walk in, I don't see any Xboxes on the shelves or PlayStations on the shelves, but I see Switches. So again, price point. And as much as I love PlayStation, my Switch has been getting way more use the last couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, obviously with me, it's been a lot more of my PS4 taking over my time than the PS5, you know, and it's
Zerna taking over the PS5.
How's the PS4 taking over the PS5?
What has she been playing?
I've been playing.
Oh, you have. Oh,
well. Well, hold on. We'll get to that here in a second because we need to catch up on what we've been playing. And
we would catch up. And
final thought, like you guys, I've pretty much said my piece. It's a bad move. I think it's a bad move on Sony's part, and
absolutely,
I think it's going to hurt them in the long run by upping the price, especially from a faith in a company perspective. You know, you're raising it in the middle of a pandemic or tail end of a pandemic. And now we've got a recession that in a lot of countries are already starting. So you're raising your prices. So what are your guys' final thoughts on it?
Roger.
Oh, well, I mean, I think I've voiced everything absolutely just the same. It's just it's questionable. I don't see, even for me, where I would say I'm a layman in business and something like that, I question that. That's saying something, because like I see no benefit. I really don't. Not only are you angering some of your biggest markets that I would say would be your biggest, more than the home team, than the US.
Look at Japan.
Yeah, I mean,
Sony's already admitted. Sony's already starting to pull a little bit out of Japan, anyways, because frankly, it's a mobile market and it's a Switch market. Yeah, let's just call it what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
to upset them even more,
No, I mean, like
I just don't get it.
They're not going to upset Japan as much, but I mean, like, I don't know
but
if you
even
have any
I'm just saying,
like
overall, though,
London, Europe, it's going to be rough out there. I think sales are going to show that they're going to go down.
I have Twitter followers that I interact with that are in Australia, Canada, UK. They're all pissed. like royally pissed that PlayStation is doing this, because it was already with their their tariffs and everything like that. Their consoles were already expensive as it is. Now you're adding more to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
yeah, I mean, I just I just question it to its core. I just don't I see no
Yep.
real benefit even in a business sense why they would do it. Like
Exactly.
I mean,
even with such a high demand, not only does that say something about your product, but there's such a high demand for it. So why diminish that demand, I feel, with a price hike? Because
there's a high
because
demand
there's
for it
a
still.
a hike for it. I mean, yeah, I just don't get it.
I mean,
So-
like, it's just basic economics of supply and demand. You know, like, it's basic. It's
this is beyond supply and demand, because I think
no,
this is
but
this feels like greed.
Yeah.
I mean,
this
it just feels like
could
greed.
be greed.
Perfectly
this
honest.
could be greed, honestly. But I'll play the devil's advocate a little bit and just say, hey, you know what? For Sony to do this at this time, it's a little weird. It's very odd. If they did this 1 year ago, it might be a little bit less of a hit.
I think everybody would understand the availability issue, but
I
mean, this time in,
again,
I
the
don't
timing
get it.
is just bad.
Yeah,
The
it's bad.
timing of it all is bad.
I think it's the playing of the inflation card. That's what really
that
sitting
too.
right.
That too. But again,
It was
it's just the
strictly
timing.
it was strictly still because cost of goods was increasing on the different parts, which I have no doubt the prices are probably increasing a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
The thing is, you already take a 30% cut from all digital sales.
Yeah.
So you have your bottom line already built into where you could absorb some of this.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. It's just 2 years into it, bad move. Because what did I say 2 years ago when Xbox came out? There was no exclusives. I mean, now we still have how many exclusives for PS5? Like a handful. And that's what's killing them.
Technically one.
Yeah, a handful.
Well,
Let's
no,
go with the
if we're
handful.
talking about-
I'm sorry, original exclusives. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We've had a few. Yes.
A handful.
Yep.
You
A
know,
handful.
but
Correct.
So
you're 2 years in, and then now you want to do the price hike. Because they already know what's coming in the pipeline the next 6 months. We have so many massive games that are coming out in the pipeline.
well,
that
I can tell you, talking of games like that, Jason, you've got Pokemon, you've got Splatoon, you've got whatever
but I
else
mean, like,
Nintendo
these-
announces this year. That this price increase is going to make people look a lot more like Nintendo, who is constantly, they are just putting bangers out.
Oh yeah,
Right now,
well,
they
I
are
mean,
not
like,
letting up.
but
And
to a certain degree, like, I love Pokemon, but to a certain degree, how cookie cutter can we get? Like, it's pretty much the
Well-
same game versus with different Pokemon, which is fine by me. I will still look into it, but I've stopped.
you're going to buy it.
I mean, like, the only one I might try to get again is Pokemon Arceus, because that's actually like the open world kind. But like the classic cookie cutter red, blue, scarlet, and violet, it's very, very cookie cutter, which I'm like, so. But I'm just saying, like, we have God of War, we have Final Fantasy, we have a lot of massive titles that are literally within a 6 months reach.
Final Fantasy isn't that
Summer.
holiday of next year though?
They said summer.
We'll
It's
see.
probably going to be late summer, early holiday.
So
But I mean,
We'll see.
let's say within a year, within 1
Mhm.
year.
okay,
you
let's go
have-
12-month
Yeah.
window. Correct.
Yeah, within 1 year, you have a lot of massive games that are going to be visually stunning, very low times, like high powered.
Yeah, their lineup
performance
is going to
game.
be solid. They're
So
going to be strong in the sales of their
that's
games.
what I'm saying is just right now they're getting ready for that. They're increasing that price because the ones that don't, they're going to get those people.
So, but let me look at devil's advocate. I get where you're going, Jason, but let's look at this though. In these other markets, right? You raise the price, you got these big games coming out now. People are now not going to be able to afford getting that game as an add-on at point of sale because their console is now that much more expensive.
You're gonna buy the console and then wait a couple weeks, save up, and
To get a game.
finally buy
Oh,
a game.
it's right now, because what's happened right now since they announced it, they're going to have more time, quote unquote, to save up for whatever it may be. Like, that's why they're putting out all these big games that they're going to be like, hey, you know what? You can get this in summer. You can get this in winter. You can get this in the springtime. You know,
but it's not the same though. When you look at it though, from especially I feel like from a family perspective, right?
Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna come at it from the kids, right?
Yeah,
I have say $600. That was what I have right now. And if I walk into one of these places that have had it going up to $550, that doesn't include their taxes and all of that, I would have been able to before walk in, buy a console, and buy Horizon, Spider-Man, God of War, whatever game it was, right? As a add-on at $70 or whatever, and I'd still be under my $600. Now I can't do it. I'm gonna have a console. And I think that's the bigger issue. Unless you already have digital games that are compatible with the PS5 that you can just download and install on your system. If you're brand new to the ecosystem, you're getting a console. Yeah. You are getting a paperweight. And I think that's where Jim Ryan
get
it.
That's fine on that point. But I'm just saying it's just a lot of people are going to already have something in the ecosystem that they're going to want. Or like it's like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm tired of seeing that. You know, just get that out of here, sir. You're trying to block my comments.
Oh wow, looking good.
But yeah, it's looking good. Like, you know,
it's Return to Collector's Corner.
Nice.
I'm just saying though.
I had to. No, I get it, Jason. You're
from the end of it
you're
though,
making is valid too. I think
the end perspective, it's just the timing that PlayStation did all this is terrible.
Correct.
Terrible. If they did this 1 year ago, we would have been like, oh dude, like that
and
sucks.
What's worse is you're doing this going into the holiday season.
Yeah, you're going this to the holiday
that's
season.
The other
this,
I mean,
like,
even
it's
more.
not the time to do it. You do it after holiday season, you're gonna hear a lot less. You do it right before, like in the heart of, like, everybody's got birthdays, everyone's going straight into holidays. You're not. This is the worst. This is the worst timing that you could have. The worst timing. Anyways, Matt, get that out of my face. Get that out of my face.
This is the newest addition to Collector's Corner.
Very nice.
Thank you to my hetero life mate over there. The beanied one for this. This was my birthday present. It has finally showed up.
Yeah.
It is the
I don't know, like they extended the sales like
and,
twice.
The base lights up. You can't see it light up because it's not hooked up to the power source, but it actually comes off.
Oh my god, get it out of my face.
That's pretty sweet. Oh, that's pretty sweet, dude.
My kids were already wearing this as a shield.
Oh, no way.
Put their hand in here and actually do it.
That's cool.
So that's the and it just sits right there on a magnet. It's great.
Sweet. Good.
And it lights up and it looks pretty. So
jealous. Yeah, that one is sweet.
So with that,
I totally forgot about Collector's Corner. I got a couple more figures.
I'm gonna have something else new next week too. So
you guys are killing me, bros.
I ordered another
sweet, bro. Dude, I got the Darth Vader and oh yeah, you did. I got the Darth Vader and Obi-Wan figures from the TV series. Oh, they look
nice.
They look tight.
So, Jason, what you been
doing? This week's been kind of a slow week for me. We were house sitting for somebody, so you know.
So you didn't get much playing in.
Yeah, not much play time, but that's okay. You know, like it's.
But you got me time. Fine. You got a little bit of me time and together time with the wifey. That's good.
It was fine. It was good. You know, like nothing. We went to Sonic's way more than we.
We
went to Sonic like 2 days in a row because we're like, dude, when's the last time we went to Sonic's?
Oh God.
Bro, the tots, man. Bro, the tots.
Bro, I'm sorry, dude.
Get out of here.
Dude, I tried their chicken sandwich. Oh. Disgusting.
It's a basic chicken sandwich, man.
Yeah,
it's basic. Yeah. It's basic.
It was grilled.
But I mean, like, it's the tots. You go to Sonic's for the tots, the limeade, and the shakes, man. That's it. That's it. And then you just you enjoy you had the burger with it. You know?
Oh, dude, even the burgers aren't even that good.
The burgers are there. They're there.
I love your reasoning. The burgers.
They're there. You
Dude,
know,
I'm using that. That is good. I
Yeah.
like that, dude. You know what? They're there.
They're
okay?
there.
They're there.
They're there. You got it. It's like, how are you gonna eat pizza without cheese, man? It's there. It's just there.
Damn,
you know?
dude.
Excuse me, sir. Pizza from like real pizza isn't like this American stuff that we've got, where it's like tons of
whatever,
cheese and
like
stuff on it.
you got bread. There's
Bro.
bread.
Bro, they're there.
Yeah, it's there.
You know what?
It's there.
They're there.
They're there.
I'm totally stealing
They're
that.
there.
Okay.
That's a good one.
They're there. You know, but
That's
you know,
funny.
you go for the tots, you go for the limeade, you go for the shakes.
All right.
They're
Matt, what have you
solid.
been? What have you
But
been
you
playing?
don't stay for the burgers.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
you do
like,
not stay for those burgers, bro.
man,
They're disgusting.
they're there. They're there.
But
But other than that,
so good.
I am progressing slowly in Sekiro.
Oh, nice.
I'm getting
another
I
run.
feel that I am close to the end of the section I'm at, of the Fountainhead Palace. So the Fountain Spring Palace. I'm sorry. So I feel like I'm just coming up to the end of the game. Like I looked up,
sweet.
like the walkthroughs, just to see like, hey, like where am I at? Yeah, I'm at the second to last place, so I feel that I am right around the corner. So, I took a decent amount of time fighting somebody, and it literally took me like a day or two. My wife, she saw me and she was like, "You are looking very, very agitated," and I was like, "Yes." And I spent another 2 hours, and I was like, "Screw it, I'm going to bed. We'll try it again tomorrow or something." And she was just like, "You're very pissed, aren't you?" I was like, yes, I'm just going to bed. I'm going to bed.
That's awesome.
But yeah, other than that, Jerry, hello. Wait, I want to go with Matt first.
Matt,
Matt, what are you playing? Because we were talking earlier, and Jerry, I'm gonna get ready to stand up and walk out of here. So, Matt, what you been playing, man?
Let's hear the last 2 weeks. So I beat Stray. Finished that.
Nice.
It was good. I probably won't go back and play it again though. It was really
One
good
and
though.
done? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean the story is good, but it is a game, and I was telling Jerry about this. And one of the trophies is to speedrun it in like 2.5 hours. So for me, if you can speedrun a game in 2 hours, that means there isn't a ton of content really there. And there isn't. It's pretty much you go
like
in.
It's a very
talk to the
linear
robots,
game. Like
you
it's
go
all about
find
the story.
items, and you move on. So the story was fantastic. The score was fantastic. Everything was great about the game. It's just that it was super, super short. So I would say definitely worth the play, but I'm glad that I got it on PlayStation Plus Premium versus paying the $40 that it was. So, yeah, that's where I stand on that. We beat the main levels of Super Mario 3D World as well.
Sweet.
So now we're working on Star Road. Of course, me being the perfectionist of those games, I went back and got every star and gold flag and stamp all the way up until Star Road. A little bit of Animal Crossing.
Oh, nice.
Some more of. Oh, I did briefly start up before I kind of was just like, I need to go to bed. I did start back up another run of Breath of the Wild and Link to the Past.
Wow.
Yeah, you busy. Yeah.
and then played a couple more missions of Ace Combat. And I got to say, a lot of it has to do with the fact is I've been watching Top Gun Maverick all week, multiple times.
Did you ever finish your
inspiration
season
there?
by the way, Matt?
Did I ever what?
Did you ever finish your season? I feel like
on the show.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I stopped. On the newest version of the show, I played a couple games on it, and it was okay, but it was very much the way the AI was set up on it was kind of like Drive Club in the very beginning. You could be out ahead, and then all of a sudden the computer rubber bands
just get
itself.
rubber banded off.
Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah,
So I
hate
was
that
like,
too.
man, I might re-download it and go back to it, but no,
You never finished.
honestly-
that's why I always
I haven't. So I did finish my one season, which that's the other thing that irked me is I did finish that season. I did lose, and didn't make the World Series. I lost in the NLCS, right? But to the freaking Dodgers.
Yeah.
But 23 didn't allow you to import your team from 22.
Really? That's
So
Oh,
you have
what?
to start over from
That's
from
so
scratch
annoying.
and all of that.
I
So,
hate it when companies do that, dude.
So that
Like-
was a turn off to me as well, because I loved the team that I had.
You have to
Yeah,
spend more
and
time
it's-
grinding,
and-
and then who knows?
And it's
Then
not
they
like it takes a
introduce-
lot of effort.
Then
to
they
do that.
introduce
And-
microtransactions. You can buy players. Like that stuff's so
So, yeah.
annoying when they do that.
So I haven't played it since week 2 of it coming out.
Huh.
It's actually not even on my console
Bummer.
anymore. But that's okay, because I'm thoroughly enjoying playing Space Combat right now.
No.
But to Jerry's surprise, and I told him about this the other night, is that I am not flying the F-14 anymore. I have moved on to the F-18 or the FA-18 F Super Hornet Block 3, and that is just because the mission parameters have changed, and I need the weaponry that it carries in the game more than flying my love, which is the Tomcat. So
Yeah, it's too bad you can't like skin it, like put it, apply just the skin on it. Sometimes games do that.
I mean, the one in game, like in a campaign, if I wanted to, I could run the F-18F non-block 3, which has the Top Gun Maverick skin on it,
oh yeah,
that actually has the blue and the black paint on it. But no, I'm running block 3 because I need the ground arsenal and what it can do, because I'm fighting a lot of ground forces and stuff now and whatnot. So
nice.
So Jerry, what you been playing?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I finished another game.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Big
Oh
news, because I
my
don't
God.
finish games, you jerks.
What
Anyways,
the heck? What's the
I finished Horizon Forbidden West. It was very good.
Now that you know, did you save or kill Regala?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Save or
Regala, I spared her.
Oh, how
Yeah.
dare you, sir?
Yeah, dude. I
How dare you.
used her for I
We're
saw
not
the
a
bigger
hold on.
picture.
We're not a monster like you, Jason.
Yeah, bro.
Sir.
And plus I saw the bigger picture. One,
yeah,
there was a fight coming.
yeah,
So
okay.
why not use her?
Send her to her death.
Send her. Get her out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
take her
I
out.
used her. I'd much rather use her as a tool. Boom.
Wow, use and abuse and throw them away like nothing, man.
Regala wanted a warrior's death.
Bam!
I
just
gave the opportunity.
cut them off.
Don't start
cut them
none,
off,
won't be
man.
none. So
Don't lead them on. Just cut them
That's
off.
right, yo.
Jerry.
so what else you been playing, Jerry? If you finished
So
Horizon.
now that I finished Forbidden West, I got a little itch to replay a game.
Oh, good.
Got a little itch.
We're gonna have to.
But
end
it may
that.
not be what you think.
Well, if you guys like this
but-
episode, like,
But listen, I'm not gonna lie. It did cross my mind to replay the story, but I'm replaying God of War.
okay,
Yeah.
Yep.
I
So-
can. Why are you playing it,
Yeah.
dude? Did you beat the Valkyrie Queen?
No,
That's-
he's actually gonna.
that's-
I
I'm
asked him, "Are
replaying
you
the
gonna
story,
platinum
and I'm
this?"
gonna go
you
through
gonna
that.
platinum
And I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah.
I mean, you don't need to platinum. Did you beat the Valkyrie Queen?
But
man?
that's the big thing. Like I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna
think he needs
I'm gonna
to-
go for the queen.
I think to do that though, he's gonna have to actually replay the game, because
Which is what I'm
He's
doing.
behind on armor. Like he is like the perfect armor set to do those runs for the Valkyries. He doesn't have the upgrade material anymore for it.
Yeah, I need to
if you
do.
played,
I'm
if
doing
you
a new
played
game
Sekiro,
plus.
Jerry, it would make the game a lot easier.
So
Well, you
with
know,
that,
true.
I want to thank everybody
You
for
know.
crashing game night with us.
It's true. Ugh,
Um,
I'm triggered.
Yeah, we're not going to get into it.
I'm
But
triggered
no,
again.
seriously. Thank you to those who popped into chat tonight. And just watched the episode tonight. So we thank you guys. For those that are catching us for the first time, and for those that joined us, started following us last week. We thank you for that. I know you guys
Yes,
showed up
thank
for
you,
Samantha
guys.
Kelly, but we appreciate you giving us a try there. As always, if you like what you heard, please make sure to hit the subscribe button on the platform you are enjoying this content on, and then head on over to crashinggamenight.com to catch some of our past episodes. See the guest profiles, what episodes they've been on, But as things are starting to heat up and get a little bit more crazier here in the US, I just want to just tell everybody, please just be excellent to each other and stay frosty.
That's right, everybody. Thank you, nerds, for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna change it up this time, and I'm gonna just say that we, as the podcast, would like to show our support for all of the groups, all of the people, all of the human beings that have been subjugated, terrorized, and shown nothing but hate and pretty much what's going on right now. And we just want to say that we support all of you. We will try and practice more patience, more compassion, and just try and spread the word of just being a bit more open. And just try and be a decent human being, and to lend a helping hand when if needed. So thank you all, and see you later.
I always like how you segue out, Jay. It makes me laugh.
Be kind, rewind.
As we're shifting gears now, still definitely shout out to all the frontline, the teachers, the port workers, retail, everyone's that's putting in their day in, day out, with everybody coming now back out into the world. It's people are needing to find a new hope, more dreams, more everything, just because now they can go outside. It's a big thing. And obviously, as Jerry said it before, on behalf of the podcast, we just want everyone else to enjoy and have fun and relax and not have to worry as much. And we always, even with Matt saying, we like to bring some little light into your life every week. Even if we do, even if we do smack talk on Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox,
but it's fair and balanced, though.
Or Marvel.
We will.
Oh, really?
Really?
Marvel's balanced. Okay.
No. I'm talking our opinion.
Yeah.
I'm talking
I know.
Just because Marvel's dragging things on for Jason.
Oh my God.
Marvel,
God,
please.
so
Marvel,
annoying.
please.
You guys are so annoying.
Anyways,
I don't get it. What's
just
the
make
next
it
TV series? I mean, my
just
God, are
make
we
it a
going to have MODOK? Like what? Oh, we did have MODOK already. Yeah. Oh
That was Hulu.
That's Hulu.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna say, let's just make it a blockbuster night.
Just please. Anyways, aside from all that,
I like it.
We always like to have fun, joke around with you guys, and joke around with each other as well. So I mean, on behalf of all of us over here, thank you guys for watching us. And as always, my man Theo, please get better so I can have you back on here, so then it doesn't sound so weird me calling him out and then doing his outro as well.
Feel better, brother.
Feel better, bro.
Yeah.
Until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Not everybody.
Viva la Marvel.
Stop it.